sleeping with two girls. One's better than the other. Do I have to choose?
Hey, welcome to LoveLine. Tonight a special guest are from Kids in the Hall. I'm Catherine McCord, and here are the Wild Boys, Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Catherine McCord over here, who has her master's in hot.
Workout. Look what a great mood he's in. Look at this.
Hey, you can't do any better than that.
All right, it's going to wear off. Plus to hit the wall. Yeah, Drew and I got a little exercise for the show tonight. All right, and tonight our guests are, well, let me just say something about these two guys. This business is chock full of untalented and unfunny people. I'm always surprised and annoyed at the same time. And they all make more money than I do. But these are actually two guys that are really funny and really talented. Dave Foley and Scott Thompson will be here. And I expect them to carry the show tonight. Charlie is 25 and on the phone. Charlie?
Yeah, this is Charlie.
What's going on?
Well, my vaginal lips are normally large, and when I stand, they hang about 3 inches when I'm standing up.
What?
Say it again.
What happened to the voice change there?
I'm sorry. Is that better?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. My vaginal lips are normally large, and when I'm standing, they hang almost 3 inches.
Okay.
My boyfriend says he doesn't have a problem with it.
She's hanging lower than I am, for sake. She don't even have a penis. That's embarrassing.
Well, he says that he doesn't really have a problem with it.
Right.
But when he refers to me, he calls me Mick Jagger down there.
That's so not nice.
I'm totally humiliated to have oral sex with him.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I was just wondering, is there anything that I can do to decrease the size?
I actually have heard of some surgical procedures to reduce this stuff, but I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah.
Are there any medical problems?
No, it's not. I wouldn't recommend it, though. I mean, he's okay with it. He's just... you're obviously more sensitive about it than you maybe even know, because he's just goofing with you, right? He's just kidding around.
Well,
I mean, it's insensitive of him, but... What's that?
But there's times, like, you know, it took a long time for him to even actually do that with me, and I think that had a lot to do with it.
Do you think that, or did he say that?
Well, he never really said it.
Why don't you talk with him about this? You need to sort of calm down about all this. I suspect he's much more okay with it than he suspects.
What about other boyfriends?
You know, honestly, I guess I haven't ever had anyone say anything to me, but this is like my first real serious relationship where I kind of, you know, I do care, and
Charlie, you just got to talk to him about it. I'm sure if he cares about you, he's okay with this. This is not a big deal. He's already, basically, you know he's okay with it.
It's like it starts with a little teasing, and he thinks that you're used to it. No, it's just like your little joke between you, but it really does bother you. So just talk to him about it.
Yeah.
All right, and do they have that kind of reduction surgery?
I somewhere remember reading something about a procedure for, but you know, it's not something it's a cosmetic procedure, but you know.
Yeah. I don't know. Listen, guys don't care. He's getting laid. He's happy. That's about it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's right.
And these sort of anomalies are exciting to guys sometimes. You women always think, you know, oh, I got one nipple that's longer than the other. I got one ass cheek that's higher than the other. Hey, we like that weird stuff.
These guys over here really enjoy it.
If it's okay with Adam, it's okay with any guy.
That's right. All right, we're going to go to Nate, who's over at the Easy Bake Oven. He's 18 years old. Old enough to vote. Nate?
Hi.
Hey.
Me and my girlfriend have been dating for 1.5 years now, and come to find out she had an abortion while the period that she was cheating on me. I was wondering if I should break up with her and how I should do it.
Forget about the abortion part. What about the cheating? What was going on then?
Well, she was cheating on me for about 3 months, and I didn't find out about it until the abortion.
When was that? When was that?
When was what?
When was it she was cheating for that 3-month period?
For from last month to 3 months before that.
Okay.
And how did you find out?
Well, all her friends told me about it.
And what was going on in your relationship back then?
I thought everything was fine. We had a few fights now and then about stupid stuff, but we always made up.
So was she just having an affair with one other guy?
Yeah.
But you know, I would bet, and I think you'd agree with me, that if you talked to her about that period of time, what she would say was, oh, for months I was telling him he was never around, he was always out with his friends, and he was never available.
Well, I'm sure he's no prize, but don't keep him in the jar. By the way, I don't want you to start killing me. But no, here Drew's right. But that's after you've been married for 10 years. This guy's 18. How old's your girlfriend?
She's 16.
16. This is chaos, Drew. This
you're
isn't
right.
what you do at 16.
You're right.
It's not like she's, chasing around a rolling pin and wearing a handkerchief on her head.
This is like the popularity contest at school. It's like whoever's coolest to be dating or sleeping with or whatever.
No, she's kind of screwed up, Nate. Believe me. Chicks don't cheat that way at 16 unless they are a little bit flawed.
They got a little energy, as he said.
She's got some chaotic energy. She come from a little chaos, Nate?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
She was abused as a child.
She was abused as a child.
All right, so you got your hands full here, Nate.
So it's not about the abortion. It's about her difficulty staying in stable relationships, and that's not going to change, okay? You got to make a decision whether or not you want to hang in with this relationship or not. It's going to continue to be a chaotic ride.
I don't think 18-year-old guys have what it takes to handle some victim of abuse who's 16 and has about 10 years of acting out before they even come close to any kind of truth. You know what I mean?
Back. I mean, at 18 and 16, you can't pretend that didn't exist.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing for them.
Even if you could do that, she's going to act out again. Yeah. I guarantee it. I feel badly for her, but we know the pattern.
Yeah.
So Nate, I think you should break up.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, all right, Drew, you ready to move forward?
I am.
I'm starting to hit the wall.
So soon.
1 minute into the show.
Wow.
I usually hit at the 45-second mark. What are you talking about? From Kids in the Hall, Dave Foley and Scott Thompson are here. Kids in the Hall is having a reunion, which sounds kind of cool to me because I have a background in sketch comedy, although not funny sketch comedy like you guys were doing. But sketch comedy is one of the hardest forms of comedy to do. That's why most sketch comedy shows are pretty weak, and Kids in the Hall is one of the best ones ever.
Quantum comedy's pretty hard too.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
So what, are you guys you're getting back together and going on a tour?
Yeah, we are. We're doing like a 25-date tour starting in January of what? How do we
Of our
describe it?
sketches, some new sketches, some old sketches. Put it together, some dancers, the whole thing. We're just going to basically...
What kind of venues are you going to play?
Well, here, like in LA, I think we're doing a couple of nights at the Wiltern.
And the Playboy Club.
Playboy Club, yeah.
Old vaudeville houses, actually.
The Chicken Ranch in Vegas.
Yeah. We're basically trying to bring back...
That's a whorehouse.
Yeah, legalizing prostitution.
Hey, whose idea was this?
Our lawyer, actually. Yeah. He hadn't been paid for the years that we were on TV, so he thought that if he started this up again, he might get his money back.
Yeah. So he got us all on the phone and talked us into doing a show together.
It sounds, I mean, considering everyone sort of branched off and did a lot of TV and movies and other things, it sounds like it'll be a nice departure from all that.
You mean fun?
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah. And it'll be a nice departure from success as well.
Right.
We all went on to have shows that people actually watched.
It'll be nice to be bombing on stage when you're not alone.
Yeah.
Because I was doing
With a
stand-up
support
and I
group.
bombed alone a lot.
Right.
And then when you're bombing and you're doing stand-up, you know that you have like an hour to bomb alone. But when you're with a group, you know that you'll be bombing together, and then afterwards you get really drunk and laugh about how much fun it was to bomb. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That was Drew's college experience. All right. Let's,
You're right on the edge of bombing right now, and I'm here.
I know, but you know, I kept going because I knew that you were here.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel so bad about bombing.
Teamwork.
Justin,
Yeah.
what's up?
Well, I have a sex problem.
Go ahead.
This happens like before I get started having sex and while I'm having sex. It's kind of like a shaking and a trembling, and I really can't control it at all.
Like you're nervous, or like a
Kind of like a nervous twitch, or like after you get out of the after you get out of the pool and you just like start
you're cold,
shaking.
like you're cold. Okay.
Yeah.
And does that happen? It happens when you're with a person only.
Yeah.
Are you nervous about the situation?
Not really. I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun. Something else.
What is it that quake you get when you're peeing in a public urinal? And, you know, you just get done peeing and it's like, woo. You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about?
I actually find that pleasurable.
That,
Yeah. So.
yeah, but it's weird. I'll never do it in my own bathroom, but when I'm at the airport, I turn into Elvis all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Drew, what is that?
You get a sort of a parasympathetic surge after you're in a, there can be something called post-micturition syncope where you actually have that pass out.
Oh, and you hit your head like on a porcelain or something? That'd be embarrassing.
Well, to do that. It's an autonomic reaction to evacuating your bladder. But this is something along those lines, in that it's a part of these autonomic nervous systems sort of discharging. And it's the kind of things people get when they're nervous. This is not something you're having any other time during the day?
No, not really.
It's not like fasciculations. It's not little muscle groups kind of twitching in your shoulders or anything. It's a generalized shape, right?
Is it?
Well, like sometimes it's just like me all together, and then sometimes it just like narrows it down to like my arm or like my leg or my stomach or something.
All right. It's just.
Is it when you have an erection? Maybe it's so big that you're losing a lot of blood. That can happen. I've seen that.
You've seen that?
I've seen that, yeah.
There's nothing about that. Nothing about that problem that to me suggesting that he needs to be concerned with. It's just him.
He's got a big penis, nothing to worry about.
We've got Madison on the phone. Madison.
My boyfriend is totally obsessed with porn. He has a huge collection here at home, but on his days off, he goes and he rents these movies also, or he'll rent them and then bring them home and copy them, or he buys more. And his porn is basically killing my sex life because, when I want to have sex, I feel like he doesn't have time or energy, or he's too stressed out or whatever to pay any attention to me. And I want to know if I should make him choose, give him an ultimatum. It's either porn or me.
I was thinking about the copying thing, and here's my tip for copying the rented porn. Do it before you jack off. Because when you're done jacking off, you lose all initiative. It's like, well, I'm going to eat something down a beer. I'll do it in the morning. It'll never get copied. You have zero motivation.
And I just want to upfront that I don't know if this is a turn-off for you, but for me it's always a turn-off when someone violates copyright law. So on that basis alone, I'd say, yeah, pick and choose, buddy. Pick and choose.
Well, Madison, he really is not available to you generally, is he? I mean, even if you weren't doing porn, he'd be sort of not as available as you want him to be. Right?
No, I guess not. I mean, his work keeps him pretty busy, but it would be nice, when he has time.
You can't get some time off the preschool to come out and... Yeah, where does he work? Does he work around metal?
No, he doesn't work around metal.
What does he do?
I don't want to say. Well, I guess I can tell. He's a doctor.
Oh. How old is he, Madison? You're 22.
He's 28. He's doing his residency right now.
In what?
Emergency medicine.
Okay.
I was thinking
Go ahead, Mark.
that when there's guys out like this and they put so many things in front of you, medical school, that's fine, but porn, you're going to come last, so you need to make a decision for yourself.
Well, unless
Which I don't think is...
unless he is a sexual compulsive more generally, because then sex is just sort of ways of avoiding feelings, and real intimacy is something he's not going to be interested in anyway.
Yes.
Is he an alcoholic or anything? Does he have family history of alcoholism?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But I understand all guys like porn to a certain degree.
I totally understand that. And I mean, it's totally healthy, you know, to watch a video every now and then or look at magazines. I totally realize that. But I just think it's kind of strange that he has so many and he, you know, he rents them and copies them.
You know, what?
My advice is maybe you should start making porn, and then he can watch you.
It's a lovely idea.
Here's my deal.
Two birds with one bone.
My thing is, he is probably so stressed out in his residency that he really can't, he's not aware how detached he is emotionally, and his way of expressing it is just this compulsion, the sexual compulsion. But to actually bring a person into the interaction needs a lot of energy and has to get in touch with his feelings again. He's probably so shut down, which is when you're going through residency, you've got to just be closed off to the world for the most part.
Were you watching a lot of porn in your residency?
No, I didn't, but I can understand how someone
Were you cut off from your feelings?
What's that?
During residency, you cut off from your
A little
feelings?
bit.
Oh, yeah.
But you're not now.
No, I'm not.
You seem very in touch with your feelings.
Thank you.
Yeah. I had a question, though.
Yes, Dave.
Can you really avoid intimacy through sex? I mean, does that work?
Through masturbation.
Oh, no, that's not good enough then.
Oh, damn.
No.
Yeah.
I thought I had it
You
out on the
can do
internet.
it through sex, too.
Yeah, you can
take far enough away.
Lots of sort of cursory sexual acts and stuff.
All right, I'm willing to give it a shot. Thank you.
All right. Well, we all learned a little something about yours. Tammy?
I went out with a guy about a year and a half ago. It didn't work out, but we stayed real close. And about a month ago, we had friends come from out of state, so we took them to a festival. And we had fun, and there was dancing, and there was drinking. And we took our friends home, and then when I went to go drop him off, he forced himself on me and basically raped me. And I just got back in the car, and I left about an hour's drive home, and we had lunch together on Monday, and it was just like it was no big deal.
This happened how long ago?
About a month ago.
Okay, and then you went out with him 4 months a year earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. See, those Renaissance festivals lead to nothing but evil, I'm telling you the truth. We're going to take a little break, and then we'll solve Tammy's problem after this.
Log on to our website, LoveLineOnline.com. Please include your phone number and with the area code.
All right, more LoveLine with Dave Foley, Scott Thompson, getting ready for the Kids in the Hall reunion tour starting in January 2000. And when we left off... Hey, are you going to have that guitar riff at the beginning of the live show? Because it's like one of the greatest riffs ever, that rockabilly guitar at the beginning of Kids in the Hall.
Yeah, Shadowy Man on a Shadowy Planet. Yeah, it's the theme song. We'll be using that.
Yeah, probably.
Good, all right. So I'll just stay for that.
Okay. I often leave right after the theme song is over.
He is sort of date raped by... best friend, she says. She went out, well...
Somebody she dated a year ago.
I know, but then they became friends.
Good friends.
Well, the damn card says best friend on it, so don't argue with me.
Was he your best friend?
Really, really close.
Tammy, why'd you go out to lunch with him? I mean, this man raped you, you say, you think, and then you went out to lunch with him? I don't understand that.
Well, I wanted to talk to him.
Did you talk to him? Did you tell him?
I did. And he really doesn't even remember it, which makes me even more angry.
Oh, because he was drunk.
Was he drunk?
He was very drunk.
But it's pretty convenient.
Yeah.
And why did you break up when you were going out with him a year ago?
It just, nothing clicked between us. We seemed more friends than anything else.
And so you became best friends.
Yeah.
And all this time went by, and he never did anything until now.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? You want to press charges?
I really don't want to. He goes to my college, and he has a fiance, and he has a beautiful daughter, and his family would just be devastated. And
has anything like this happened to you before?
never.
Did he hurt you? Did he physically hurt, I mean, besides the harm you, like beat you?
He held me down, and I had bruises on me, and
Do you still have the bruises?
no.
The reason I'm asking is if you were going to press charges, it's something you got to do in temporal proximity to the event, like soon after the event. They will collect evidence. The doctors will do something called a forensic examination in the emergency room, but that's where you go, where they collect evidence of what had happened, whether or not there's semen in the vagina, whether there's evidence that he actually had been there. They'll photograph the bruises you have. It can be a kind of a demeaning experience, but you need to be prepared for that. And usually they'll immediately put you in touch with a social worker who can help you get into some rate counseling. So,
all right. So what should she do now? She doesn't want to press charges.
Yeah. Here's the approach I take with this. Somebody, if indeed he was in a blackout when he did this, then he's in all probability an alcoholic. And what you might do is use this as an opportunity to confront him on that and require him to do something about it, lest you begin to press charges on this. And even though you may not be able to get anywhere in terms of any legal gratification from this, it could be a pretty awkward experience. So it puts him on notice that this relationship with alcohol has got to be dealt with. Okay?
Mm-hmm. All right.
And then, Tammy, you should get some counseling for yourself and rate counseling. This is going to affect you.
Yeah.
And don't hang out with him anymore either.
Especially in this case, if you take it to a legal level, you're just going to be rehashing it over and over again.
If she was going to do it, she should have done it right away. This next is Susan. Susan.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, I met this great-looking guy at the bar, and real hot, nice build, real good butt, great kisser. We decided to go back to my apartment, ripping each other's clothes off, and I gotta tell you, I really like sex, I like penetration, but this guy's penis was so small. I mean, like,
see, good-looking guys all have small penises.
And it wouldn't be, that
I've been saying it for years on this show, the guys with the builds.
No, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but like the last 4 guys I've been with have had like these incredibly small penises, and I don't understand why can I only reach orgasm with a big penis?
How big was the small penises? We just want to make sure small is small.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was small. I mean, I'm talking like my pinky. I mean, I'm serious.
Really?
Again, we need a reference point. You could have a huge penis.
No, I mean, I'm like 5'6", I weigh like, what, 135?
What's your pinky weigh?
Yeah.
My pinky's about not even 2 inches.
Okay.
That's small then, okay.
4 guys in a row.
Susan, you got to work with someone. I mean, if you care about one of these guys, it's just that.
But she doesn't really care about
She
it.
said 2 inches.
Single, you know?
We'll move on. If you don't care, I mean, if you found 4 guys with small penises, just keep looking for a guy like this, or maybe a guy like this one.
Yeah. Go over the nerd. It's always the best way to go.
Yeah, it's true. Nerdy guys, huge penises.
Absolutely. It's in the Bible. The meek shall inherit the earth. It just meant nerds have big penises. Yeah.
It's true. My buddy Zeb had a huge penis. He was a total geek, this guy in high school, but it was a huge penis, this guy. And that's why I always thought it was. It was like
totally true.
Some sort of, Darwin meets Jesus, meets John Holmes, some sort of cosmic justice or something. Sure, you got the glasses with the Band-Aid, but you got like a bowling pin between your legs,
Every time Ed Robertson from Bare Naked Ladies, huge penis.
Huge penis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ed Robertson, Bare Naked Ladies, lead guitar player.
That's right.
Milton Berle's supposed to have a really big one.
Right. All right, so we got Bare Naked Ladies, Zeb, and Milton Berle. Okay.
So find anyone who looks like a combination of those 3 men.
That's right. Olive?
Hi, I really enjoy performing oral sex on my husband.
God bless you.
Good for you.
You there?
We're there.
But it seems like, like whenever I swallow, it's like swallowing X-Lax, so it sends me right to the toilet. And this just started happening since I stopped taking birth control pills. I just wanted to know what was wrong with me.
Right at that moment, you do?
No, well, you know how like you lay in the bed and you want to cuddle for like a few minutes? I just have to like pop up and go.
You're going number 2, are you?
I'm going number 2.
Wow.
And are you having normal bowel movements the rest of the day? Or rest of the week?
Yeah, I mean, I can, just
Is there anything else you guys are doing? Are you drinking alcohol or
no, I don't drink.
hot liquids?
I don't drink at all. My husband, he'll drink a beer.
I understand. But is there anything else you're doing? Anything else you can
You're
ingest?
not giving him an enema at the same time, are you?
Are you having
That wouldn't affect her.
just straight up normal
Yeah,
sex?
you're right.
Yeah,
Are you having anal sex?
it hasn't changed within the last 5 years, but about 6 months ago, like I said, I just stopped taking birth control pills.
But it is only when you ingest semen.
It's only when I swallow.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if it's
there's
psychological.
there's something called a gastrocolic reflex, which is when when warm liquids are put in your stomach, it generates an urge to have a bowel movement. So that's why I was wondering if you were drinking tea or anything, coffee or anything else.
Yeah, but like when I was on the pill and I swallowed in, it was nothing.
Well, but guess what? If it can make you a little constipated, maybe that's why you want.
don't ingest it anymore. That's the problem.
And if he has a problem with that,
Yeah, Taylor, what's going on?
Hi, I have a speed addiction problem.
What kind? What speed?
Speed, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to that. And I also have an eating disorder, which I've had since I was 13.
Okay.
I have a boyfriend who's addicted to pot and speed. We have a wonderful sex life on speed, but I don't want to live my life that way anymore. I was in rehab for 4 months, and as soon as the day I got out, I went back to speed because I'm afraid of gaining weight.
Oh boy.
And also, the fact is that I don't want to give up the great sex life. I mean, I was great without it, but I don't want to, I'm afraid of stopping the speed.
All right. Yeah.
And you're scared this is going to jeopardize your Mormon faith? Oh. We'll take a little break, and then we'll get back with Kayla.
Longest charges may apply.
All right, we're back with more LoveLine. Dave Foley and Scott Thompson, our guests from Kids in the Hall. They got themselves a reunion tour coming up, beginning of the year 2000. And when we left off, we're speaking to Taylor, who's 27. She's into speed. She has an eating disorder. Her boyfriend is also into booze and pot and speed. And they're looking to do what? What do you want to do?
She wants to not stop speed. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, Taylor.
I do want to give it up, but I'm afraid if I give it up, I will start more heavily into the eating disorder. I've already been in the hospital for that.
All right, but that needs to be treated separately, right? You're not in remission for that. You're not going to OA. You're not doing any of the things you're supposed to be doing for your eating disorder, right?
No,
Okay.
I'm scared
All right.
to do it.
Yeah, you need to get back into that. You're scared of everything right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
And that's a real common thing for amphetamine addicts. In fact, there's something about the biology of speed that I've noticed that very often, people that are strung out on speed have a sense that they will sort of not exist without the drug. It's like you just won't be able to function.
Exactly.
And not only will you not be able to be sexual, but Taylor just will cease to exist in some way.
Right.
And that's a delusion. That's not real. Because I'll tell you, you get off speed, you're going to be fine, you'll be better. And you will be able to function. And yes, you'll have to deal with some things, as you well know in recovery. You're going to have to deal with some feelings you may not like dealing with. You're going to have to deal with all the cravings and drive that got you back to the drug again. But you got to do that. You're not going to survive this drug much longer. It's a nasty addiction.
I OD'd already once, and I thought, I was thankful that there wasn't basically a guardian angel over me that saved me.
Whatever motivation you need to believe that there's a purpose for you in life, hang on to that and develop that. And know that this fear that you're not going to exist without the drug is irrational, and it's part of the biology of speed. It has nothing to do with reality.
And you got to get your beau to give it up, too. Otherwise, you guys are going to sort of ping-pong with this.
You know what you need to do. You've been in recovery before. You just got to go do it, okay?
Can I ask one real quick?
One more, quick.
Okay, Sam, you know what? I just totally blanked out, so never mind.
What? Go ahead.
No, I just totally
That's the speed,
tripped out.
too.
What do you mean? I do that all the time.
Could be the
No, I
pot.
don't smoke pot. I don't smoke it anymore.
Second-hand pot?
Well, yeah, it's in the house.
Okay. All right, take care.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Adam, the via TV phone.
Oh, this is my
moves
favorite
up
piece of
here every
technology.
time.
What?
Not since the 8-track cassette player has there been a revolutionary piece of technology like the via TV phone.
Oh, it's Blair Witch Project.
Elliot? What's up?
Yeah, my roommate walks in on me in the bathroom while I'm in the shower, and he says it's an accident, but it's happened a couple of times now. I think he might be gay and attracted to me. How should I confront this?
Where are you calling from?
Albany?
I mean, are you at a school or
Yeah,
what school are you calling from?
college, SUNY Albany in New York.
State University of New York. Oh.
Yeah.
So this is a roommate of yours who you didn't know before you moved in with him?
No.
You were thrown together by the college system.
And he must hear the shower running,
Now,
right?
you know what this is. This is.
Yeah, but it's happened a couple of times.
Hey,
He like comes in and
Hang on a second, Elliot. Is it the only bathroom there is?
yeah.
I mean, it's just communal bathroom.
Yeah, but he opens the door and then says sorry and shuts the door,
Terrible.
No, he comes in and like strikes up a conversation and stuff while I'm in the shower.
right? Oh, like what kind of stuff you talking about?
Like it will be anything, but you know, I'm taking a shower.
But don't guys do that? Don't guys like, hey, what's up, high five, naked?
Yeah, guys do that all the time. Yeah, I mean, guys pee together, you know,
We do that.
they hang out. Yeah, Drew and I pee together all the time.
That's scary. We do that.
Yeah.
So why is this any different?
Yeah.
I can understand if you like walk in.
Well, Adam and I are gay.
That's the only difference.
Come back out.
But does he have any other gay tendencies? I mean,
No, wait a minute. I'm waiting to. Yeah, I'm just saying maybe, do you have a problem, maybe? Do you think maybe it might be your problem?
I don't think so. If it was like an in and out thing, so if he's the bathroom or something, that'd be fine. But like he's in there like the whole time I'm in the shower. I take my own shower.
Here's the deal. You need to get a bolt for the door, some sort of barrel bolt, right?
Yeah, you don't have a
There's
lock
no
on
locks on the bathroom door.
You got to get a lock.
You don't have one?
No,
Yeah.
they didn't come with locks.
And if you can't get a lock, work on your abs. That's important to gay men.
You look pretty cute. I'd walk in on you.
Yeah.
Get a lock on the bathroom door and realize this is not about anybody's sexual orientation. It's about boundaries in your
It
living
might
space. Who cares? That's not the issue.
It might be.
But that's not
I went to college. I walked in on a couple of guys, okay? We started conversations about, you know, what's your favorite Bewitched episode? Okay? It might be.
But it's not that issue. It's establishing boundaries.
Yeah, what are the conversations about? That's, I think, the important thing.
He has to borrow, like, erasure albums.
Elliot,
Yeah.
you want to answer that?
What do you say?
What do you guys talk about?
What is he, yeah. As he's watching you bathe.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the talking, but he's watching me. He'll be in the whole time, and he'll wait for me to come out and put on my towel and stuff. I don't understand.
All right.
Why don't you ask him?
Get out.
Why don't you ask him, Elliot, if he's gay?
Just tell him to get out.
Just, even if he is or he isn't, it's about establishing space in your living environment, boundaries, and you just got to tell him you're not comfortable, put a bolt up, you know, and that's part of learning to live together in college. You learn where your space is and how to
Put a barrel bolt on the door. It's as easy as that. John is in the ring of shame or whatever the hell we're calling that thing over there. He's 22. He has a question. John?
Hey, sleeping with two girls, and personality-wise, they're the same, but, you know, one's better than the other in bed. And I want to know, do I have to choose, and if so, which one do I choose?
All right.
They know each other, by the way.
They do, and they're okay with it.
Yeah.
They know.
No, they know each other, but they don't know what's going on.
So he's got about 15 more minutes before one of them finds out. All right, John, we're going to we'll take a break. You run for your life in the meantime, and we'll come back and answer your questions.
Please include your phone number with the area code. I love the gratification.
All right, more LoveLine. Hey, settle.
TV, here we go.
Dave Foley, Scott Thompson are there. They're doing their own show, by the way. It's right in the middle of my damn show. That's the only problem.
I heard kids getting cuter and
Well, now you know how you felt when you did the man show.
Oh, the man show. That's right. The
That must cause a lot of problems between you.
Oh, he's just jealous. All right, John is over there. John is currently having sex with two women.
Yeah, both, they know each other, but they don't know about him.
They both have the same personality. One of them's a little better in bed.
And the other one's nicer. Isn't that it?
Are you're not ready for a relationship, are you?
Not really. But
No. You gotta, I don't know. I think you ought to escape from this situation before you...
Oh, yeah, before he has more sex.
I got, yeah.
It's horrible.
I got to join in together.
Yeah, next thing you know, there's going to be a double team going
you don't
on.
want
Look
that.
out.
Yeah, but they're friends, right?
Have you
yeah,
committed?
they're friends.
You're gonna screw with their friendship real bad.
But I want to, you know, I want to remain in a relationship, at least one of them.
Yeah.
Have you committed to either of them? I mean, have
No,
you said?
neither. I just went off with both of them actually last week on a Thursday. So
But I don't believe
the
you're ready.
same day. So
I don't believe you're ready for a girlfriend. You
I don't know yet.
Oh, all right. So he's young. He's having a good time. These two are going to find out eventually anyway.
It's going to be bad.
It's not like either one of them's going to be mad at the other, though, because, you know, did one of them arrive a few months before the other one, or how'd that work?
We've all been friends for a period of time, so...
If they find out, they're just going to both hate you, and you're going to lose big time. And you're going to get that kind of reputation, too.
Yeah, nothing that'll hurt a man's reputation more than a ladies' man. Women love guys who get laid a lot. It's so sad, but it's beautiful. I mean, it's you know, all you got to do is a guy. All you got to do is date a beautiful woman for a while. Let the other women see that you have a beautiful girlfriend, and then when you break up, you'll get to date more beautiful women. Women use other women as like a template.
Now, once you
they really do.
You'll still be.
No, I will, but one would.
You're saying it's like throwing chum in the water to attract sharks.
That's right.
That's what you're describing.
Right. All right.
Chum, isn't that what they call it?
I say go ahead and watch Davis.
I
Because you're friends, you're going to hurt one. Both of them.
All right, stop talking. Skyline.
Hey, Dr. Drew. Hey, Adam.
Hey, Skyline.
I got a question. I've had a problem for about the remainder of my whole life. I would be prior to sleeping with a woman, I could hold an erection, and I'd be very close with her. Everything would be perfect. And suddenly, I would start intercourse, and unfortunately, like 5-10 minutes into the whole intercourse, I lose my erection. And I'd have to, unfortunately, like, lie to her and say, hey, it was the drinking, it was, whatever. And I was just curious to know if Viagra or some sort of sexual stimulant would be bad for me at, 22 years old.
Yeah, Viagra would probably work, but it's really specifically for people with medical-related problems. Are you on any medication?
No, I'm really not. I have Allegra, but I don't consider that. You know,
Allegra is a antihistamine, but it's possible. Are you on Allegra D?
Actually, my father prescribed it to me. I'm really not too sure. It's a physician sample.
Is it a red packet or a purple one?
Actually, it's a white. It's a physician sample packet.
Yeah,
it has 30 of them in there.
The physician samples come in red or purple usually. The D particularly could work against your erectile function.
Yeah, this was much prior to me taking the allergy medication.
Okay.
This has been actually when I was very young. I fell out of a tree when I was really, really small. And I had what they call a hydrocele when I was very young, and I was wondering maybe that could have some sort of damper on my.
It's an interesting theory. It's a cyst in the testes. It really shouldn't affect your functioning. But look, you ought to see. I would suggest you see somebody, just not your dad.
Yeah, no, it's kind of. I was thinking about it, but it'd be kind of.
No, your dad. You're 22. You need your own doctor. You need to be able to go to somebody and talk to them about this.
No one wants to see their dad putting a rubber glove on.
Once you start worrying that you're going to...
The kids are coming over this weekend.
Once you get to
watch the game, if you and Sarah want to swing by.
And then, Scarlett,
bring some 7-layer dip, okay?
You haven't done anything with the hand yet.
Scarlett, you can discuss that with your doctor whether or not Viagra would be appropriate. I hate to see an unhealthy person put on Viagra unless there's a specific medical issue. And it might be that you have one, and Viagra might be appropriate. We don't know the long-term effects of Viagra, really.
But also, if you get into a cycle where you become worried that as soon as you begin intercourse, you're going to lose your erection,
you will.
Most likely you will.
The anxiety works against you.
Especially if you call a sex help like phone line on TV, that might make you think about it more, and then the cycle continues. I would advise don't call TV shows anymore.
That's a general message to anyone watching the program tonight.
Please don't call.
Turn your sex off.
Call. Don't concentrate on the man show.
That's right. Thanks for plugging the man show, by the way. They must like it. Comedy Central, 10:30 Wednesday night.
You gotta choose. You got two women, you gotta choose.
Oh, I'm being pulled to so many directions.
I think these guys are pushing for a cameo.
All right, so
I want to be on that trampoline.
let's talk a little kids in the hall for a second before we take another
Well,
call.
it says chat with guests. Why not? Yeah.
Oh, there's a
That's
chat.
right.
I didn't realize there was a chat.
He wouldn't do it just naturally.
Okay.
Now, do you have favorite sketches that you're gonna do live?
Well, yeah, it's going to be sort of a, well, it's going to be like a collection of, first off, the sketches that we can
Remember.
remember that can be performed live, that obviously aren't, so they weren't film pieces.
Right.
The outfits we can still fit into.
Yeah, that's really cut down
Very
the playlist
important.
quite a bit.
It sounds like they're describing some Amsterdam
What?
cheap show.
Well, there may be elements of that.
This is why we always stayed on cable.
Yes. Yeah, no, a Kids in the Hall theater show is a very sexually charged event.
Very much, yeah.
We just warn that to the youngsters, right?
Yeah, we make out a lot on stage and drag.
It's horrible.
No, we definitely will be doing like mix of old and new, and there'll be some audio-visual elements, an overhead projector. Very exciting.
And I've not heard of that device, but it sounds marvelous.
It's the newest.
Yeah.
All right, now the card says say goodbye to guests, so we're going to do that. Dave Foley and Scott Thompson from the Kids in the Hall. Coming to a theater near you starting January 2000. And of course, Catherine McCord doing a wonderful job as always. So, until next time, we're Adam Paula for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.